Hello, hello. We are back at it again. Happy Sunday, happy Monday. Not the first stream of the day, but here we are. Back at it again with some Utawarerumono Mask of Deception. Last time gosh, I was talking about it just earlier too. So much of everything I've been doing lately has felt so like naval focused, right? Because I'm playing Assassin's Creed 3. They got ship sections, kind of pirate adjacent. Playing Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii, another like naval focused kind of game. We're on a ship in Utawarerumono. I started watching One Piece with a friend. Like, these ships cannot get out of my life right now. Like, we're very ship oriented. Anyways, how you doing? How you doing? Hope y'all are having a good one. I feel like for some reason, I seem to recall the ship maybe coming under fire, but maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, One Piece watcher in 2025? Yes, sir. I've always kind of wanted to watch One Piece. And, I mean, the best time to start is like yesterday, second best time today, you know? So we're kind of just running it down. We are watching dub though. Kind of surprised that like the dub goes as far as it does though. When I was scrolling through the catalog, it seems like they have it like dubbed all the way up to like episode 1100 something. It's like, huh. That's a lot of content. That's a lot of One Piece to watch. But yeah. Anyways, hope your Monday has been going well so far. Let's get right into it. Mysterious. By my calculations, a ship of this size could never sail as smoothly as this. Not to mention, the ship moves without rowing crew, or even the spells of a mage. Do they have magic-propelled ships in Utawarerumono? You're right. I've traveled quite a bit now, but I've never seen a ship both this big and fast. It's just a thought, but perhaps the ship runs on Eldcraft. Eldcraft? That is a possibility. I cannot imagine any other clear explanation. Hey, Nekure, how much of those stories about Eldcraft do you think are true? I've only heard of Eldcraft mentioned maybe once or twice before. The writings of the ancients talk about such unimaginable forms of transport. Yeah, remember that Mito likely gave the oh shit, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this has probably got some mad like mad ancient tech in it. Like just slightly under or outside of view. Stateless carriages, silver serpents that carry people in their bellies, metallic birds, even ships that sail the stars. Yep, cars, trains, planes, and spaceships. They sound so absurd, said aloud. I was often teased as a child for believing in such stories. But the more I study it, the more I think these can't just be fantastic tales. I agree. The two begin to talk animatedly, comparing their notes on ancient legends. Guan seems to have forgotten her worries for the time being. In actuality, the Imperial capital itself holds the key. I wonder how they would react if they knew. They got 8090s running these things. They got the most insane, like, electric battery power in the ship. Unfortunately for them, I can't bring them any closer to the truth. Aku, I'm gonna need you to bring cars into the Utawarerumono universe. Does Atuy get ocean sick? Or, that's not what it's called, seasick. Oh, it's not that bad. I get to the starboard side to find Atuy and Nosuri in conversation. Atuy seems depressed. She leans on the rail with both arms, resting her chin on her hands and sighing. What's up? Why the long face? Oh, hey there, love. Well, I'm just a touch exhausted right now. You sure I know what's got her so worn down? Well, I think your dad's a great guy. Yeah, I like Atuy's dad. Atuy's dad is such a character. Do you really mean that? I think so as well. He seems like a wonderful father figure. I see. Well, it's not like I hate him or anything. I mean, when it comes down to it, I do like Papa. Perhaps just a tad bit overbearing. He's strong and reliable, and I do admire him. But that's exactly why I wish he'd act a bit more proper. Because she feels conflicted about how he melts into a puddle around her. Now that I think about it, all the crew here wear such fashionable clothes, including your father. Oh, okay, the crew got drip, I see. Yeah, I see that sleeveless vest back there. I was expecting something more ragged, practical, you know? You think so? That was actually all my idea. A while back, they'd all wear these dreadful musky-looking clothes. They'd walk around town in their undies, never wash, use such vulgar language. I couldn't have it. I suppose that isn't acceptable behavior. Oh. Discord went off, it was mine, pardon. What is the last meadow? No, I'm not gonna touch it. I like opened up my Discord settings here under user settings, and I see something called the last meadow underneath video, voice and video. Weird. Okay. I think so. Aren't all sailors kind of like that? That's closer to my mental image of one. No. I won't accept that. Everything's different now. We don't go raiding and pillaging. The Mikado needs us to preserve order and oversee trade. We can't have men trotting around in undies. I'd rather run away from home than have some poor dear think that I was in an official uniform of Shahado. Didn't you already run away from home? I guess I can understand where you're coming from. So since I decided all this was unacceptable, I came up with a plan. All I had to do was make everyone look fashionable. From that point on, I made sure the sailors tidied up, wore nice clothing, and talked properly. It was no easy thing. I tried to make them so fashionable. I picked out the most popular suits I could find. But you have to start somewhere, don't you? Atuy pulls out what looks like a block of prints as she says this. Yo, they got fashion magazines out here? All of them feature colorful drawings of thin and handsome men wearing flashy clothing. The hottest new menswear that's all the rage in the Imperial capital. All the girls' eyes are on me thanks to this one weird trick. Mononofu Warehouse, you're gonna love the way you look, we guarantee it. Okay, that has to be a fucking localization change. There's no way. There's no way the original Japanese text is out here fucking making jabs at Men's Warehouse of all things. Those look pretty good. You think so? That's what I thought too. At the time, anyways. I don't know where I went wrong. In reality, it looks so different from what I'd imagined. Really? I don't think it looks that bad. Well, it's kind of understandable. The drawings are all of slim and tall, handsome men with long legs. But the sailors are all barrel-chested, muscle-bound lugs with legs like tree trunks. Those are not, they'll never look anything like the guys in these drawings. Suppose it's best to leave these to the boys who can pull it off. We like a man built like a house, though. I head over to the port side to find Utawarerumono watching the shore, standing near the rail. I see a number of seagulls circling Utawarerumono as though they're having a conversation with her. I guess animals really do tend to flock to her. Oh, Sir Haku. What were you looking at? I saw a very big fish over there. A whale. I follow Utawarerumono's pointed finger to a large school of fish swimming alongside the ship. Their silver scales glitter serenely as the light plays off of them. I can't help but stare in awe at the sight. It's so beautiful. Yeah, when you see them like this, it really is. I've only ever seen dried fish. I've never known how large and beautiful they could be. I don't know if I've ever seen dried fish that could look beautiful, but better not spoil the moment. You've never been awestruck by a piece of food, Haku. Oh, Sir Haku, look at that. Again I look, and this time I see a large creature jump up from the waters. Big enough to ride even. Dolphin. Oh, that's a dolphin for sure. They almost seem to be chirping happily, waving their fins as if in greeting. Makes you wonder if like the wildlife in the ocean was affected by whatever happened on land. Because like we're not seeing too many of like the same creatures on land, but dolphins seem normal. I mean, we haven't seen a picture of one yet, but like they do make that sound, they do got fins. They spin around each other as if giving us a show, occasionally spouting little bursts of water. They sure seem friendly.
Maybe they're saying hello to us? That's exactly right. They're glad to see you, Diddy.
And Atuy come to join us.
Tantans are awfully clever. They came to say hello since they've never seen you before.
Dolphin and a Tantan.
That's so sweet of them.
Utawarerumono seems unable to take her eyes off the friendly Tantans.
Plus, they taste delicious.
No! Tantans are friends. Utawarerumono's smile turns glassy.
Oh, they're great in a fry-up. Smoking them's good too. Just a bite and you'll be in utter bliss. You're going to eat them?
Do people eat dolphins? I feel like they'd be hard to like eat. Like they probably got a lot of fight in them, you know? If they're out here like ego challenge sharks, I can't imagine like there's like good dolphin cuisine in real life. That's got to be like an exotic meat, like sitting around eating like alligator.
Yep. These ones? Yep. It's mutual coexistence. They tend to help us on fishing trips and we share our catches.
Did it see out my voice? It actually did. And I think that like hour-long break I did helped too. Hold on, hydration again. Yeah, that and getting a good meal in us. Turns out, staying on top of like essential functions does wonders for your health. I'm gonna have to look for that scarf tonight when I go to bed too, because I am kind of tired of having this sore throat.
But then why? Sometimes their numbers get a bit out of control. That's when we have to draw the line, see?
Ah, like wolves. It's like wolves and deer. The wolves must exist so the deer population does not spiral out of control. But if the wolves get too large, they must be hunted.
Otherwise, they'd eat up all the fish right up, and there'd be nothing left for us people.
Smart. They understand an ecosystem.
You guys are so cute. I promise I'll eat you myself to show my respect. When the time comes, I'll make some for you too, Diddy.
Atuy leaves us with a cheery thought, waving goodbye with a smile.
Okay.
Utawarerumono's expression is pale and distant as she contemplates the cruelties of this world. Reminds me of Toriko the anime. Oh? I guess she can't reject it outright because she understands about coexisting with nature. I don't know if there's anything I can say to make her feel better. Utawarerumono at least will murder them ethically. I hope. We're not out here like cultivating livestock like Minecraft. None of us even get off the boat when we arrive at Shahdo. The crew quickly gets the ship resupplied, and soon we're back on path to Tuskut. Right, okay, that's why I thought we were under attack. It's because Tuskut is under attack. And like, Tuskut is like an extension of us. I head for the stern of the boat, hearing a quiet singing from that direction. It's a real pretty voice. Who could it be? Pretty sure I only remember seeing burly guys on this ship. Of course, it's one of our friends. It might be. Well, we'll see. I'm getting the feeling it could. Oh, it's the sisters. I look over to see Ururu and Sarana sitting at the ship's edge, legs dangling over the side. Can we get a picture for this? That seems like it'd be cute. Oh, Ururu and Sarana. I lean back against the cabin and listen to the song for a while. A gentle song with the waves as accompaniment. It's quiet and soft, somehow nostalgic. I initially only listened out of curiosity, but after a while, I'm completely entranced. When you look at both of them like this, they have an ethereal beauty to them, like a pair of perfectly crafted dolls. I mean, they might be homunculus, I'm just saying. Like, I know Honoka and, gosh, I'm blanking on, like, daughter's name. Honoka and the princess, they're, like, kind of crafted in an image. Who's to say, Ururu Sarana, right? As I think to myself, the two of them seem to notice me standing there.
Master, is there something you require?
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to disturb you. Anju, thank you. Go ahead, just pretend I'm not here or something.
More important to be with you. It is much more important for us to be at your side, Master.
That's so.
Master, please come here.
I have no idea how, but they suddenly produced a cushion for me to sit on. Oh, thanks.
We shall ready a bed immediately. Blue waters, blue sky, passion, recipe for romance. We will be bonded together in the vast ocean under the blue sky. This is our destiny, our fate.
You guys get more and more aggressive about this every time, don't you? They're the same old twins as always. Jeez. Hey, about that song.
A lullaby. It is a lullaby that our mother sang to us when we were young.
I see. Hey, Ururu, Sarana, would you mind singing me that song again?
As you wish.
Feels like a song I know from long, long ago. I relax, letting the song take over my thoughts as I rest at the ship's edge. All the emotions that have been flooding my mind slowly calm and fade away. My mind is filled with peace, and if only for a little while, I let myself forget the hardships ahead of us. And we can probably let that play out all the way too. Honoka calls out to a court lady walking alone down the hallway. What? What's Entua doing here? Did we... Last I remember, we left her in a cave, no?
Entua, what impeccable timing. Could I ask your help with something? Yes, Lady Honoka, I would be glad to help.
Entua gives a respectful bow as Honoka holds out a small bowl full of assorted sweets.
Would you try tasting one of these for me then? What's this? Let the taste inform you.
Spurred on by Honoka's mischievous smile, Entua carefully plucks one of the sweets from the bowl.
If you don't mind then.
She takes a small bite, a serious expression on her face, and it shifts to a look of delight.
How delicious! I'm glad to hear it. Yes, the outer shell is crisp and fragrant, but the inside is soft and sweet. It melts in your mouth. I did not think I've ever eaten such a treat as this before. It relieves me to hear that this is even enough to satisfy foreign tastes.
A brief shudder runs through Entua at the use of the word foreign. Her gaze falls to the sweet in her hand and a single bite missing. A tear glimmers as it falls.
Is something the matter, Entua? Lady Honoka, you've been truly kind to me. I don't have the words to express how grateful I am to you. I have done nothing to deserve such gratitude. That's simply not true. I took up arms against your land just as my father did. I would expect only death as punishment.
Yeah. Entua's story is interesting to follow through the games. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a sucker for like a redemption story. So like already I'm like locked in. I will lock in every time Entua shows up. Leave him be. I forbid you to seek vengeance. That's what now that I recall, you enjoyed weaving and cooking much more than warfare, didn't you? That's right. You ever belonged on the battlefield.
That's not true. I'm your daughter, the daughter of a brave Russian warrior.
That's enough. You may live your life as your own woman. And find your happiness.
Father.
I suppose my only regret is that I'll never see you in your bridal.
Father? Father? No, this can't be happening. Father, please. Don't leave me, Father. Father!
Out of curiosity, did I ever play or hear of Okami? Yes, okay. I've thought about playing it on stream. I've played maybe 4 hours of it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, not a redemption, but like what's the word for it? Like I don't know, rejuvenation. It kind of feels sort of coming of age, where like she's gonna try to find her like meaning to exist. Yeah, exactly. She's trying to find herself. Yeah. And it's like, I think the fact that she thinks she might be like beyond redemption is like part of it, you know? So it's like a redemption in her eyes, but not necessarily for others, because I'm sure everyone else would be more welcoming to her. And yeah, Okami 2 soon too. I haven't tried Okami 1. Yeah, Okami 1 was a lot of fun. Again, 4 hours. I really got into it. I think I played it at a bad time in my life where like I might have gotten really busy and like I put it down. But when I did look at it again and when I considered it for like a stream game, I remember seeing the how long to beat being like 20 hours, 30 hours or something. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of long. Yeah, Okami's a lot like Ocarina of Time. Yeah, it's very Zelda-like from what I remember. Yeah, I'd totally come to every single stream if I played it. That'd be a fun one. That'd be a really fun one, especially with Okami 2 being announced. Like, there's probably going to be a decent chunk of time before it like fully comes out, right? Because it was just an announcement. But like, I wouldn't be surprised to see it in like the next 4 or 5 years. Unless I'm mistaking the trailer for something else. And then it like turns out like Okami 2 is like next year. It was a lot of fun though. I've been really on a bit of a Zelda kick, so finding more games like that would be a lot of fun.
My father's dying wish was for me to leave the battlefield behind and find my own happiness. I took those words to heart and traveled the barren lands for days until I reached this country. Perhaps I wished to see what lay ahead of us, had we been able to finish our battle. And in the country I once hated as an enemy, I found people living just as I did in my homeland. Weaving clothes, earning enough to eat each day, raising children. It was a very peaceful lifestyle. I even saw mothers and children who had lost husbands and fathers to the war.
Yeah, another one that mimics classic 3D, Darksiders. Yeah, one of the other games I've had my eyes on for a really long time. Not to take away from the story, not to take away from Entua. I know you're going through it, but I kind of want to talk about this too. I'm really interested in playing Tunic as well, because I have a friend who's like really like, he really pushes Tunic a lot on me, says I'll really love it. I'm sure I will, because a lot of people even talk about Tunic in the same light of like Outer Wilds, and that there's like a lot of stuff that you can kind of learn that like changes the way you play. And it also kind of has a bit of that like, I'm assuming Zelda feel. I mean, the character looks like he's wearing like the like Link's tunic, in a sort of way, you know. So like that might be a fun one too.
I was at a loss. The happiness my father wished for me was to live an ordinary life, but how can I allow myself that after fighting in the war that claimed so many lives? How could I face them?
Yeah. I don't don't know if I'm remembering it No, it's not. I was gonna say, I was thinking of like Scar, or what was his name from Fullmetal Alchemist?
And it was then that you found me, Lady Honoka, paralyzed by the sight. I do remember. I had thought only to venture into the city for a change. I saw you crouched at the side of the street, like a wild young beast that had lost its very soul. Yes.
Yeah, the Schwallen.
Not only did you take me back with you, you did not judge me when I revealed my heritage to you. Instead, you allowed me to work here as a full-fledged court attendant. I merely saw the potential within you. And was I not correct? You are helping me as we speak.
As Atuy stiffens in humility, Honoka gently rests her hand on the girl's head.
I was wrong to have spoken so carelessly. I'm sorry to have disturbed such terrible memories. Please don't be. Such words are wasted on me. Well then, allow me to at least apologize for asking such odd tasks of you. For you, Lady Honoka, I will fulfill any request, even at the cost of my own life. If that is the case, then I would ask one more thing of you. Please do not hesitate. Ask whatever you wish.
Honoka cannot but smile at the girl's earnest, forthright personality. That's as dangerous as putting your life on the line, I guess.
I would like you to take these sweets to to Lord Woshis, if you would. Please also deliver this message. I am sure you are very busy, but please do not overwork yourself.
I guess Woshis is kind of a bit of a wild card. Gotta say. And Tua takes another deep bow, then accepts the bowl of sweets.
Who is it?
Woshis raises his head from his paperwork, sensing someone at the door.
I have come to deliver a message from Lady Honoka. Please, come in. Your pardon.
Ah, so it was you. Imagine. Joker like a word. I'm thinking, like, gosh, imagine if Atuy ends up taking work from Woshis or something. It'd be like very unassuming, but I don't know. Of course, she wants to distance herself from the dark side of like politics and war. So I wouldn't want that for her, but it might happen. Yeah, I always found it weird that Honoka would be worried about Woshis specifically and not any other general. Woshis recognized the girl that enters his room, giving her a cordial smile. Oh shit, right. Because Woshis, being the intelligence guy, absolutely knows who Atuy would be. Damn.
It seems you're quite the hard worker. Lady Honoka must be proud. After all, she was the one who recommended you. I thank you, but I'm afraid I'm not worthy of such praise. Oh, and what could these be? I've been told by Lady Honoka to deliver these sweets to you, Lord Woshis.
I see.
Sweets. Yes, they're very fun quality and most palatable.
Atuy notices that she's smiling and hastily covers her mouth. Man, she doesn't even feel like she has the right to be happy. Ugh. Ah.
My apologies.
I'm afraid I'm currently quite busy. Would you mind setting them there for a moment?
Understood.
Atuy places the bowl at the indicated corner of his desk. And this message from Lady Honoka.
She wished me to tell you, I am sure you are very busy, but please do not overwork yourself.
Well, well. Please convey my reply to Lady Honoka. Thank you for your concern.
I'll be sure to do so.
Atuy gives a deep bow and turns to leave, but Woshis calls out to her. Ah, that reminds me. There is something I should inform you of.
Yes, what is it?
There is yet to be an official decision, but you should know you are being considered for the position of the Imperial Princess's caretaker. The stars are kind of aligning for this girl in a questionable manner. I fear for Atuy.
The Imperial Princess?
Lady Munechika currently serves as governess, but war divides her duties. It behooves us to train others, huh? I see this two ways. This could be testing. This could be testing Entua. Or this could be putting Anju in danger. Could be both. Because I was definitely already getting the vibes of like them maybe potentially doing some sort of coup. Since they got all the like the right pillar generals out of Yamato. It's definitely a conversation between mother and grown child. But it may be unwise to appoint one of my background to be so near the princess. Yeah, exactly. See, Entua is thinking exactly like I'm thinking here. Like as much as like I would want to like exist happily, it's kind of dangerous. Like, am I being tested? You know? Nah, Woshi is capping for sure. Background. I'm afraid I cannot imagine what you're referring to. Woshi tilts his head in polite puzzlement. Entua can only bow deeply again in response. None can deny the work you've done, and it may serve our eventual ruler to be exposed to many perspectives. Ah, no, he does. He does know. The fact that we're putting the fact that they're putting someone of like a different country is going to provide Anju with a different perspective. Like politically minded. Do you not agree? I would not wish to cause trouble for you or Lady Honoka. Only Lady Honoka and I know of your ancestry. Whatever you are imagining will not come to pass. Regardless, I certainly wouldn't want to force you into a position. But what say you? Entua is still for a moment, in silent contemplation, then bows low and speaks with solemn gravity. If you truly believe me fit for such a station, I would gladly accept. Good. That handily solves one of the problems recently plaguing me, I must say. You should have more information in due time. Until then, I expect you to continue your hard work. Yeah, the VA for Woshis is one of the ones you've heard many times in a lot of anime series. Yes, I actually really like Woshi's VA. Who is it again? I think we looked it up before, but they're pretty big, no? Woshi, Utawarerumono-pilled VA. Yeah, Yukitoshi Kikuchi? Or maybe not. What do I... He's actually not in a lot of things. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, not as big as Keiji Fujiwara, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like one of the... That is a pillar. Have high hopes for you indeed. Woshi's gives one last smile, then returns his gaze to the field of paperwork before him. Like, Woshi's and Ogi, I feel like have a very similar cadence, but Ogi has got like crazy VA, if I recall. Yeah, because Ogi is, yeah, Takehiro Sakurai. Like, in my brain, they, like, Ogi and Woshi is kind of have, like, a similar, like, way of talking. So, like, I kind of put them both, like, pretty close to my mind. They're very, like, soft, but, like, know how to speak. Woshi gives one last smile, then returns his gaze to the field of paperwork before him. By your leave. Woshi sits there in silence, staring at the bowl of sweets resting on the side of the desk. Damn, Van would be sad. Van would murder this guy. Please dispose of this. I am not especially fond of sweets. There's a hint of regret in his voice as he speaks to one of the Yantan Warabe shadowing him. All right, drop anchor. Yes, sir. After days of rocking back and forth on the water, the ship coasted up to the shore of Tuskud.
This wind, this scent. We're finally here.
Both a good and bad thing.
This is Tuskud. By all appearances, the botanical variants and geological formations seem to be quite similar to Yamato's.
Well, maybe a foreign land across the sea, but it's still just a place where folks live, yeah?
Also from the last Utah stream, don't recall if this game has a training mode in it.
Okay, so you know what? I think what I'm gonna have to plan to do, or what I'm gonna have to plan around, is like we're eventually gonna get into more fights. That's a guarantee. But like we'll probably call it one day. Probably not today. I doubt it's gonna be today. But we're probably gonna call it one day, just like at the start of a fight. That way we can like roll back to like previous fights, you know? And just like run down a bunch of fights to like level up. Honored passengers, we'll be handling all your luggage. Please go on ashore.
Oh, very good then.
Well, might as well leave the heavy lifting to these guys. Let's head down, shall we?
Oh, land! Sweet, blessed, glorious land! I give thanks that I have set foot upon you in your stable embrace once more.
How long were they at sea?
I feel so good. 2 feet on sturdy ground. This scent, this feel. People belong on land. Notsuri appears so glad to reach shore that she falls to the ground, rubbing her face against it happily. Seems a bit much, but it makes sense. She spent most of the voyage green with seasickness. Get what you mean, yeah? Didn't think I'd be so glad to stand on something that ain't moving. Is that how it is? I tend to feel more comfortable aboard the ship than on land.
Well, you did spend a lot of your childhood on a ship, didn't you?
Give me land over the ocean any day. Definitely land. So this is the base of operations for the Tuskud invasion. I never thought I'd see a port in a place like this.
We look around to see Yamaton ships besides ours moored in the area. On the shore, there's a small supply. Can't talk. Let me drink some water. That'll help. On the shore, there are small supply sheds and barracks areas, and troop station for defense. Yeah. We're locking in. We're able to read. You know, they told me in 2nd grade that my reading level was above average. I gotta prove them. I gotta make it right. You know. Make sure I don't prove them wrong. How's the unloading?
It seems to be going smoothly so far.
I followed Kibidu's gaze to see our supplies being unloaded from the ship. The crew flows in a stream between land and ship, loading supplies onto small boats and then carts. Putting crates onto the cart, please. That one is heavier than it appears. Do take care. Guess we can grab that one then.
Pocopo, could you help us carry this?
As usual, Ogi's in his element. Guess I should expect this by now. Looks like we're getting that out pretty soon. Well, at this rate.
Oh, are we leaving already?
Yeah. We're delivering emergency supplies. We should say goodbye to Lord Soyan Kekuru when we can. Yeah, English is challenging for native speakers. The rules for spelling make no sense and are consistent with exceptions. And yeah, English is tough. Papa! Huh? Speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting, Atuy. Whoa, the hell?
What do you mean you kept me waiting, Papa?
We get him as a party member? I love it. We will never separate these two. Can't you tell, my sweet little Atuy? I'm obviously coming along with you, my darling sea blossom. After all, we're heading into enemy territory now. I can't very well let my Atuy just stroll into danger alone, can I, pet?
Calling your daughter pet's kind of weird, though, I gotta say. Yeah, things get really confusing when you think about things like homonyms and heteronyms. Papa, I appreciate the thought, but I'll be fine. You need to stay put.
Oh. Are you worried about my ships? Oh, such a thoughtful and considerate daughter my Atuy is. Don't you worry, my sweetheart. I'm leaving behind enough soldiers to keep them safe as houses. And besides, this port has troops under Raiko's direct command. They don't need me hanging about, do they, Pumpkin?
That's not what the problem is.
You're worried I've forgotten how to swing a blade now. Your dear old daddy's not one of the 8-pillar generals for nothing. I've never skipped a day of training. Soyan Kekuru puffs out his chest in pride, flexing his muscles beneath the fancy clothing. In a chain reaction, all the men behind him start flexing and things start feeling sweaty. In other words, this is getting really weird.
Please stop that.
I really like Atuy's dad. Atuy's dad and his crew? They're funny guys. It's like Soyan Kekuru and the boys.
Soyan Kekuru, our primary mission is supply delivery. If we travel in a large group, we'll attract enemies.
All the same.
We'll be fine. I'm your daughter, aren't I? Those Tsukuda soldiers are no match for me.
Oh, my Atuy. I suppose every fledgling's bound to leave the nest one day. Fine. If that's how it is, I'll stay here, my girl. But don't you go doing anything reckless, Or, don't go doing anything reckless, eh?
We know. Thanks, Papa.
I always read A as I. Haku, I expect you'll keep my daughter absolutely safe. His hand descends on my shoulder with a thump. I was expecting to get fucking thrown to the ground right there. Like, the amount of force this man might have put on our shoulder would have like sent Haku toppling. Right. I'm sure you understand, but if anything happens to her, well, we know who will be answering for it, eh? Hope we're clear, lad. His grip on my shoulder tightens. He's smiling, but I can see murder in his eyes. And just like that, the stream title is no longer relevant.
Haku, may we have a moment?
As Soyan Kekuru leaves, albeit reluctantly, Nekone and Ogi walk over with a map in hand. What is it? We would like to survey our route to the fortress beforehand. Now our current position is here at the coastline. And the fortress currently housing Munechika and the others is here. It appears there's a rather large road that leads from the shore to the fortress. Yeah, but that road keeps getting ambushed. What if we go through the mountains?
It seems to be a direct path.
It's pretty long. It's out in the open. This could be a problem.
Yes, it would be foolish to directly follow this path.
We'd be serving ourselves up to the enemy forces on a platter.
It appears previous attempts have been met with grievous casualties. However, besides this road, the area is far too mountainous to travel.
Yes, my dear sister and I are used to such areas, but our expertise means little for a fully loaded supply convoy. I guess we gotta prepare for the worst and hit the road. Haku, does Kuan know something?
Is anyone here thirsty? I got some fresh water from that stream. Should be nice and cool.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, dear sister.
Oh, you needn't have gone to such trouble. Much appreciated, I'm sure. What if we take the stream? What if we go by way of river? The cool water feels good going down after being out in the salty sea wind for so long. Hit the spot.
It's been a while since I've had fresh water.
Indeed. Water is something of a valuable resource when out at sea. What's the matter with her? Well, just been quietly staring this way.
Haku, can I take a look at the map?
Juan reaches for the map, studying it intently.
I thought so. Since it's not recorded here, the Yamaton forces must not have found it yet.
Oh, what are you talking about?
This isn't the only path to the fortress. There's another one that's more hidden.
Just don't use it nefariously, guys. Wait, really?
It'll be a detour, and it's not well maintained. We may be found by beasts, but not by Tusked forces. It's your sister.
Think we'd be able to drive carts through it.
If we divide the cargo up into smaller groups, then maybe?
Have you heard stories where girls introduce boyfriends to their parents and girls' fathers give boyfriends tours of their gun collection? Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay. Let's try that route then. We're gonna be getting that, but with Kuon. Every single one of the Tuskud, what is it called? Every one of the Tuskud powerhouses are gonna like show up, see that we're rolling with Kuon, and be like, alright man, but if you fuck up, alright man, if you fuck up, you know we fought a god. Ogi, you mind telling the guys setting up the cargo? If the roads won't be as well maintained, we'll have to adjust the equipment for the steeds. Of course, allow me. What was that sigh for? Come on, Haku, you know what that sigh's for.
Why aren't you at all suspicious of me?
About what?
And when you just accepted that water from me, I'm Kuon of Tuskud. You do understand this, don't you?
I mean, I didn't think of it like that. You know? Kuon is our friend. If she wanted to kill us, she would make it more direct. I don't get it. You're clearly the one that knows the most about this country. That's why I asked your opinion on this. What's weird about that?
Your sister. It's nothing, I think. I think I'll go help through the Tia. I'll help too, dear sister.
Probably better for Nekune and Tia to handle this rather than have me butt in. We will not accuse Kuon of being a spy. We shan't. I should hurry and get ready to head out. So this is Tuskud, huh? They call it the land where God sleeps. The question is, what kind of God? Oh, we know what kind of God. We were playing as him last game. Walked a fair bit now. Hey, boss lady, about how far are we now?
I think we should be seeing the road soon. This took much longer than we anticipated. Well, we can't help it, with these bumpy and winding roads.
Perhaps it would behoove us to hurry. Our progress will stall if we do not arrive by nightfall. Yeah, you're right. Let's pick up the pace, everyone. Gotta get there before it gets dark. Are we gonna get jumped by the monkeys? What were they called? The Mau Maus? Just as I try to rally the rest of the group forward, the twins suddenly stop me.
Wait. Please be careful, Master. Something is drawing near.
Huh? At the twins' word, Jackblood immediately lowers himself down to put his ear to the ground. Footsteps. Not just one or two people. A whole lot of them on the way. Tuskud soldiers. Could be villagers. Safe bet. Sudden anxiety hangs in the air with Jackblood's words.
What do we do? At this rate, we're gonna run right into them. We should turn back now. We cannot turn around so easily on such a narrow road.
We may easily hide ourselves, but concealing these carts would be nigh impossible.
Then can we take care of them?
Atuy, no. It could be some of Kuon's friends. Atuy eagerly readies her spear, faces grim. Nosuri and Jackblood begin drawing their own weapons. Hold on. We haven't been found out yet. I hastily try to calm everyone. What if we just pretend to be like traitors?
The Tuskud army must be using this road to ambush the Yamaton forces.
Like, we don't look like a military company. We just seem like a bunch of fucking freaks. And with Kuon, I'm sorry, Haku. I didn't... Hey, don't worry. This path was our only shot anyways, and I'm glad you told us about it. Haku. The Tusken army knows this path is here. I figured there was a chance something like this would happen. Well, ain't that reassuring?
It sounds like you've already got a plan in that clever head of yours, eh, love?
I knew it would happen. I just hoped it wouldn't come to this. Go on. You said that only the locals know about this path, right?
Yes.
Then I might have an idea.
You do, Haku.
It's gonna be risky though. Listen up, everyone. I'm pretty sure the Tusken army isn't expecting any Yamatans on this path.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend to be Tusken.
The first assumption would be that the only other people from only other people from Tusken would use this road.
Sound enough theory.
Luckily, we're not real soldiers of Yamato. No uniforms or anything. We might be able to fool them. Even if we defeat them, it won't make our job any easier. Let's hide our weapons and play it cool.
Yo, I got that Haku brain in me. We pre-aimed this plan instantly.
As I'm explaining all this, I sneak a glance at Kuon. Want to avoid bloodshed wherever possible here. Gotcha. Guess we'll go with the boss's plan then, yeah? It is the best course of action we've come up with so far.
Yes, if we can get through this without having to fight, then that would be the best outcome for all. But do you really think this is gonna work? Well, if it doesn't, then we just take care of them, right?
I suppose. But something's probably gonna go wrong, huh? Still feeling uneasy, we shift the carts to the roadside, and then eventually in the distance. Just like we expected. It's kind of cool to see like these soldiers again. Fully armed soldiers of Tusken. They idly chat amongst themselves as they close in on us. Judging by how relaxed they are, they might be on patrol or just heading to an assigned post. Maybe their guards will be down if they don't expect the Yamatans that have found this path. They seem too deep in conversation at first, but then they notice us clustered around the cart. Who are all of you?
Wait, who said that? Did Haku say that?
Oh, no, the soldier. Yeah. The man at the front, their apparent leader, eyes us warily as he speaks. Just gonna have to wing it. I hunch slightly and put my hands together, striding towards their leader with the booming voice. A most delightful and rejuvenating morning to you, my good sirs. And you would be... yes, the big cheeses over at the fortress need supplies delivered, so we're on the job.
No, I would have just said we were like traveling merchants or something. By making it an official thing, we might be fucking up.
The fortress? Huh? He seems to understand whatever I'm referencing, even though it was just a shot in the dark. Oh, then you must be from one of the nearby villages. Yes, there you have it.
Also, I don't know if they have like a Kokopo out here in Tusken. That feels like a very Yamatan wildlife.
That explains it then. Fine work you're doing. Their leader gives me an approving nod, and it doesn't look like he doubts me at all. He's even praising us for our efforts. I'm sorry to put you all through this. Still, we should have them driven back to their land soon. That's most relieving to hear. But I heard that the Yamatan soldiers are really strong. Seems they believed us to be backwater bumpkins. They were all talk and no skill. Some have genuine ability, but the majority are mere novices, and their commander is simply hopeless. Hopeless? What was his name again? Something like Dekopachi or maybe Tegarashi?
Wait, no, Haku, no!
Oh wait, Dekopompo. I mean, I believe there was a general by such a name. Yeah, that's it. You certainly are well informed. Anyhow, his name doesn't really matter. was a close one. Almost won't cover there. So this Decopachi guy yells out his name like an idiot when he shows up in battle. Everyone knows it by now. I really haven't remembered it. Yes, the commander's a lost cause. I know they're the enemy, but you really have to pity his soldiers. We just provoke him and he charges blindly into our hidden mud pits. It worked 3 times now. Is that so? He just always falls for it. We're honestly starting to wonder if it's part of some scheme of his.
He's a disgrace to all of Yamato. I don't know why, but I feel like crying.
You should be running out of supplies soon, and your patience is likely run thin. They may go for an all-out assault if they're getting too desperate. Be careful on your way. Thank you, we will. As a non-agreement, I feel something prodding at my knee. I look over to see Nekone, trying to send me a message with her eyes alone. Yeah, I know. Staying here won't do us any good. We should get a move on before someone slips up. Well, we'll be going on our way now then. I end the conversation and turn back to the others. Jacktwalt sees my intent and goes to push the carts back on the road when... Hey! I jump a little, not expecting to be directly called out to. Yes, is there something else? I look back in fear, but the leader stands there with an easy smile. The road here is pretty uneven. It'll be hard setting the cart on your own. Men, we assist them. No need, my good sirs. I wouldn't want to get in your way. It's fine, don't worry about it. We need to help each other when we're in need, right? The soldiers ignore my words and approach the cart, but one of them pauses, sounding unsure. All? I follow the soldier's gaze to Kuon, who is determinedly looking in the opposite direction. Kuon! She's acting way too suspicious. And of course, the soldiers walk over to where Kuon is, trying to get a look at her face. I swear I've seen you before. The fucking tree trunk ass sounded like Kuon moving. Kuon's neck strains slightly as she avoids the peering eyes of the soldiers. The soldiers continue to step around her, trying to get a good look at her face. Gradually, the other Tusker soldiers notice this strange scene. Hey, I know she's pretty, but that's enough bothering the lady. This is why you never get any girls, you know? That's not what this is about. The soldier reddens as the other men in the unit taunt him, and he yells back defensively. I swear I've seen her before. Not in my village, but at a festival after I moved to the capital. He pauses a moment longer, still in thought, but seems to recall something in a sudden jolt. Oh, I remember, are you? But you can't be! Oh! Okay, of all the people I thought that were gonna blow the cover, I didn't think it was gonna be Kuon. Kuon. She just chopped him right in the neck. Guys, it was just a bit. You saw how he was getting handsy. It's okay. He's not dead, but he's definitely out cold. Kuon hastily crouches down and sits the unconscious soldier up as she begins to rub his shoulders vigorously. Yeah. His shoulders looked a little stiff, you know? But the soldier's eyes have completely rolled up into his head, his body flopping limply. Everyone's expression is frozen. The area goes completely silent. The first one to snap back to reality is their leader. He shouts, pointing an accusing finger. Oh, you're from Yamato, aren't you?
Dear sister. I suppose we could not deceive the keen eyes of Tuska's warriors after all. Well spotted. Finally, things are picking up a bit.
It would seem she has given up. Well spotted my ass! At this point, I would have just let up the facade, Kuon, you know? We kill your countrymen or they kill our friends. Let's see. Let's throw Nosuri there in the back. Just like an entire line of bow users on the left. Have we allocated BP in a while? Oh, I've been sitting on some BP. Yeah, we're doing the speed and attack. Speed first. Yeah, and I guess the only way to get free battle is gonna be like one of these fights. And we're good? I think we're good. Hopefully this isn't the, what's the word for it? The difficulty spike? I suppose I was a bit too worked up. You're damn right you were, Kuon. Yeah, recover health, recover health. Are these all recover health? Here, Kuon's not like the best fighter, so we're just gonna have her like sit back for a second. That's a lot of guys we have to fight. That sounded like my dog for a second. Did I see the level gap? Uh-oh. I didn't look at it. But he did kind of do a lot of damage. 14. 22? Oh, we're under leveled like hell. Who's going right now? Kuon again? Okay, I think with enough tactics, we can win this. It is kind of scary though, because they're all like wiping my entire health pool in like one attack. If we give them the opportunity to do like any like double attacks on people, like we lose a whole ass character. Okay, let's get Kuon up. Kuon, you're kind of in shambles. Fuck, everyone's so far! And this guy's so healthy! This, Yellow again, double stream day? Yes, sir. How you doing? We're fighting for our life here. Oh no, let's run that back. That was terrible. We're a whole 10 levels below some of these guys. Except for Ururu and Sanana. Ururu and Sanana are like, kind of doing okay. Some of our party members, not so much. How's it going, Mr. Path of Exile? Maybe soon to be Mr. Suikoden? I don't recall if I saw you like start up your stream already today. Okay, so Ogi could kill this guy. Ogi cannot kill this guy. Actually, Ogi sucks ass. I guess that's what 10 levels of difference is gonna do. Yeah, better hop on and finish the Suikoden. Hope you have fun, hope you have fun. Okay, who's the most dangerous? I think we do just need to kill this man. And then next best course we move. Kuon, what level is Kuon? 16. You know, Kyoto can use some healing. Oh, we might even be able to heal twice. Oh, we won't need to. Okay, Earth's favor. Thank you, Kuon, for being a ranged fighter. Hold up there. Might not be the best. Oh, but it's enough to kill. And then we can... What does this do? Increase defense and recover health, recover status. We should probably just do that on ourselves. My damage dealers are going to survive off of being able to get in and out of fights. Melee is not the play. Yeah, like you said, you need to grind in this game. Yeah, I feel it. I wonder if it was like designed that way though, you know? It's one of those things that makes you think. Because I would design a game where you wouldn't have to do that, but it's optional, you know? Yeah, we'll wait here. Because I don't think there's any benefit. Yeah, healers will level up quite a bit in this game. Nosuri's probably going to take a hit if they do come for her life. And will this take Nosuri to the top? Not quite, but that means that when it's her turn... Oh my gosh, yeah, that hurts so much. Get shot! 202 to 242 is still pretty nice. A decent chunk of damage. I guess if anyone's gonna die, it's probably gonna be Ogi. Yeah, we're doing like heal checks. Okay, Kyudo. We're gonna play a little bit risky. Okay, Ogi does need to do something. Even if it's like take a couple hits. Never gonna get better if he doesn't get in the fight. Oh, he's not making it out of this fight. Ogi! Okay, at least that's like a hit someone else didn't have to take. We're out here treating Ogi like the fucking little turnip that Nekone summons. Uh, 169. Nice. And how much does this cost? We need our zeal. We're gonna wait. Stay in it, Atuy. This is countered too? How does this guy counter from that range? Can I do here? Nope. I guess damage is damage. We can heal Nosuri. I'm a believer. Oh, Nosuri's cooked. Where is Kyudo in the turn order? Who's next? Kuon, Jackdwalt, Mage. Kuon can do a big heal. And it's gonna be a while until Kyudo can go again. Maybe we can force a Kyudo turn. Alright, make it hurt! We need to get Jackbolt in there too, because right now he's being fucking useless. Ow. I need Haku to live. Haku's not gonna— oh my god, Kuon is super dead. Oh, we're fucking fighting for our lives out here, y'all. Oh, we're so lucky that this guy didn't decide to swing. I'm so lucky this guy didn't decide to just fucking start swinging. Who's next? Oh my god, this cavalry's going up. A lot of people are gonna die if Atuy doesn't just get in there. This one swordsman has been fucking me. Sorry, Atuy. Someone had to take the hit. But I think it's losing Atuy or losing like 5 dudes for the cavalry. I mean, it's advantage. I guess Jackwalt is gonna be the next pawn. Oh, wait. Who's next to getting their favor? Because Kuon can heal herself. And neither of these two are going next. But I think Haku needs to live. Haku needs to live. And I think the path to living... This archer is going to kill us. Man! This swordsman is never gonna fucking die, dude! They keep healing his ass! I think the move is healing Kuon with Haku. Maybe, yeah, because I think the problem with that though is I feel like they would have killed Haku. And I need like Haku as like a battery to build up my zeal. I feel. The less people that live, the better. And then we could hit the archer. Can we hit it from where we were? No. Here? Not in range for the first. Yeah, that sucks. We'll create some sort of like defensive line then. And I think Nosuri can get pretty close to being topped off. If she gets attacked, she will break Torn Order after that. Haku's dead. Oh no, Haku's got that like got that ability that makes it so he doesn't die, huh? I forgot. Fuck, I should have healed Kuon. Too little, too late. That guy, Jackwell can kill the guy in front of us. Yeah, you were correct. If we hit every crit, I think this guy's dead. We did not hit every crit. Oh, but it was enough. It was not enough! It's gonna hurt! Oh no, we got dodge. Alright, Nosuri, you're kind of going... Nosuri's popping off. We no longer have a dodge though. Why are you running? Get blasted. Man, imagine if like the characters in this game had like permadeath. Now's our chance. If we stay here too long, we're gonna have to deal with their reinforcements. Let's book it. Got it. Push, push, push! Stop! As if that's gonna happen. We leave fallen Tusker soldiers to groan and nurse their wounds. We push the cart forward. Carts forward, full tilt. As we press forward, the path opens up in front of us. We don't appear to have been followed. No pursuers. No movement from the defeated contingent, Master. Hey, isn't that the Yamaton stronghold? Following the line of Nosuri's pointing finger, I can make out a watchtower ahead. I don't think they'll risk overextending themselves this far. We should be safe for now. Thank goodness. I'm relieved to hear that. A collective sigh of relief washes over the group as we sit and rest to recover. I'll admit, I was pretty scared back there. Thought we were done for. I mean, I thought so too.
That was quite unlike you, dear sister.
I hazarded a glance at Kuon, the primary source of our problems right now.
Sorry, I panicked. He was pretty persistent.
Would you keep your cool next time something like that happens?
I'll try.
Man, scolding Kuon feels bad. As we all take a minute to catch our breath, a figure approaches us from the distant fortress. Lord Haku! Munechika!
It's Munechika!
Munechika, we kneel.
Lord Haku, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you.
I received word from a lookout of a cart outside. I'd hoped it was friendly and it seemed I was right. But why are you all the way out here of all places?
Oshtora asked us to deliver some supplies and provisions to you guys.
I see, Lord Oshito. Thank you for coming, Lord Haku. I am glad to have you here. We may be inside of the fortress, but it's not safe out here.
Very fluffy. Big sheep energy.
I will escort you to the gates. Please follow me.
Kind of giving me like Watame Hololive vibes. Oh. So Haku's thing is a range now? Or like a splash? Neat. Fire God, come forth within my hands. I suppose you can't dodge or defend against this. Some of these damage multipliers on their attacks are kind of nuts. The Great Roar of Darkness, the enemy will tremble with Fear Master. When attacking an enemy from the back, damage increased by 20. Oh, so there is flanking bonus, but it's only in abilities now. Dodge a physical attack and cure self of status ailments. Zeal cost 8. Attack with all my might together with Kudanin. It'll be a teensy bit closer. You won't get away. Turn my blade and come back for another. Gonna lower your defense by 15 as well. Can you imagine Jackwalt just saying that in the middle of the fight? Turn my blade and come back for another. Gonna lower your defense by 15% as well. All right, well, to the fortress we go, no? Amazing. Makes my ears tickle, all this noise. Is this a fucking active battlefield? Oh, it's just everyone cheering us. I wasn't expecting the hero's welcome. I'm not very good with these situations. It's a little embarrassing. The supply lines and communication were told to cut off. They were desperate for this. Guess that makes us big damn heroes. Not really my thing, to be honest. Still, welcome like this makes that grueling trip over the ocean all worth it. Haku, I'll accompany Miss Nekone to see the necessary protocols. Thanks. Kyoto, let's go get all this stuff unpacked from the carts. Oh, right. Guess I'll stay here and keep an eye on the supplies then. I feel the usual vigor from the Yamatan soldiers. We're almost be at a rock bottom. Going by the mood. Lord Haku. I look up towards the source of the voice calling my name. Munichika. Munichika playable win. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to extend a formal thanks to you. You arrived just in time. Don't worry about it. I'm just here in Tusca to try its cuisine. The delivery is a side gig. It's reassuring to hear your nonchalance again, Lord Haku. Real answer or fake answer? No answer is okay. Because I'm sure she will be playable. I think she's playable in like Utawarerumono-Zan, if I'm not mistaken. So like I imagine they're gonna give her to us at one point. Didn't notice it before, but Munichika seems pretty worn down, even if she is smiling. I doubt she'll say as much openly, but the battles up until now must have been hard fought. You've got nothing to worry yourself over. Thanks to these provisions, the tides will turn in our favor. Guess I was letting my expression betray my thoughts. Alright, this is for you. Probably should have led with it, but it's a letter from Oshtor. I see. It seems my debts to Lord Oshtor continue to accumulate. Doubt he sees it like that. You're likely right, but even so, I won't soon forget all the help he's given me. That goes for you as well, Lord Haku. We have her indebted to us! Let's go! Such a sense of obligation. Guess that's just how Munichika is. Now, this letter transfers you to my command as long as you're here. Is that correct? Oh? Yeah. Then I bid you follow me. I wish for you to accompany me somewhere. Munichika leads me to a tent much larger than any of the other tents in the vicinity. Along the way, she explains the current state of the war. You've doubtless noticed the conditions are not favorable for us. We've established a foothold in the area, but thus far we've been unable to progress any further. We've yet to meet them in a full-on battle, but skirmishes arise at all times of the day or night. They appear as if from nowhere, raise a commotion, then vanish beyond the tree line. Very smart from Benoe, just gotta say. Any hunting parties we send out are unable to track them down. Many a squad has chased them too far out only to fall into a trap. And so our numbers continue to slowly diminish while Tuska's assaults persist relentlessly. Fatigue is the single largest threat to our campaign now. The troops are wearing themselves out. Guess the home turf advantage is a bigger factor than I thought. It's likely their knowledge of local smaller paths is enabling their guerrilla tactics, yes? Doubtlessly, they use those paths to stage strikes on our supply lines, as well
our supply lines as well. We're cut off.
I see. So, it's possible they meant for you to camp here all along. The area they know best.
Quite. The Tusked general is well versed in the arts of war. I've heard tell that Tusked fought a large-scale civil war some years ago. Perhaps that's why.
I remember my brother saying something to that effect. We tried to negotiate a way to study this land with Kamunagi. How they denied him. Maybe they've been anticipating Yamato resorting to force all this time. They've been ready for us.
Lord Haku.
Munechika beckoning pulls me out of my thoughts as we arrive in front of the tent.
This is our forward communication center, or forward command center. Please come in.
Marudo? Marudo? Marudo is gonna be so happy to see us. You are late, Munechika!
Apologies, I was seeing to the resupply and reinforcement effort.
Oh? Then you must be part of the reinforcements. Your name was Haku. Forgive me, it's been a while.
Yes, Lord Haku will be under my command for the duration, so it is my wish that he joins our meeting.
I have no qualms. He may do as he likes. Neko looks me over, the corners of his mouth turning up in a small grin. Nekopompo, on the other hand, shoots me a dubious glance as I follow Munechika to her place. I thought you looked familiar. Ostor's lackey, huh? You certainly ran your mouth at that war council. In my magnanimousness, I'll forgive your impertinence once. I expect you to hold your tongue. And he really doesn't like me, does he? Guess it's because I'm more of a mercenary than a soldier. Let's begin. If that's everything, time is a valuable resource. We oughtn't waste what we have. Indeed. Nekopompo and the others seat themselves, followed by Munechika. When I try to sit down, however...
Oh, joyous day! Master Haku! Look upon me, Master Haku, and see a visage racked with rejoicing!
I recognize that voice anywhere. Maro, have you been?
Oh, behold me, as fighting fit as thou dost remember! Marudo remaineth a paragon of health! Oh, but how our reunion gladdens me! Forsooth, thy presence is worth 100 men and more! Nekopompo, give this man one thing, please.
Nekopompo levels a glare at him, and Marudo freezes, sinking silently back into his chair. Right, I totally forgot he was working as Nekopompo's tactician. Seems like he's having a rough go of it, as usual. Not sure if I can say anything to help right now. Yeah, wasting our precious time. Boko Inante, begin! As you say, sir! A man called Boko Inante spreads a large map across the table, then points out a particular location. Scout reports indicate an enemy stronghold in this mountainous region here.
Mountainous region? Is this where we found Toka?
We can reasonably assume the enemy troops waylaying our forces are deploying from it. One side is a sheer cliff, and the approach is made troublesome by the extremely difficult terrain. The assembled generals and their tacticians lapse into silence at Boko Inante's grim description. Use the word troublesome to glaze over the challenge, but it seems all but insurmountable. Not to mention the enemy's prior knowledge of the territory, a terrible terrain disadvantage. We can't rely on our numbers in such narrow spaces, but deploying with fewer troops won't help either. Which means the optimal strategy is probably find another way. Get out of here. Yeah, this backwater country has only been able to resist us this far through sheer dumb luck. This feeble stronghold will fall in but moments if we rally our full combined strength, yes? Nekopompo suddenly burst out in enthusiasm. Look at our enemy! They avoid a head-on fight, continuing to nip at our heels with these skirmishes! They fear our military might. They're weak, pathetic in the extreme! We should rally for a proper frontal assault on the...
No. As one who prides herself on defensive tactics, I disagree. I propose we abandon this location and make a tactical retreat.
Dekapompo, shocked, ceases his flailing at Munichika's words. She continues, ignoring his reaction. You see, this is why I was able to get to Platinum in StarCraft 2. Holding our current position will only see our numbers continue to diminish. We cannot push forward. I submit that our priority should be to retreat, regroup and reorganize our available troops.
Absolutely not! We are here under direct orders from the Mikado! Have you already forgotten? You expect us to stand before the enemy, then turn tail and run? To accept such naked shame!
Tuskegee is primarily composed of woods and mountains, with little in the way of flatland. That is why they equip themselves lightly and favor guerrilla tactics over traditional Ruksharai style. Our army is composed of Ruksharai accustomed to fighting on plains. We have no advantage here. Positioned as we are, we cannot fight at even a fraction of our full potential. Their fundamental tactics differ too much from ours. I bid you remember how we've struggled. They target our weakness. They understand we cannot hold out forever. Our supplies are limited. Knowing that, would you still force a fight and sacrifice the lives of our soldiers for pride?
Are you saying we're struggling against such a tiny country? We have come here to subjugate these degenerates, as the Mikado's will. We can hardly afford to shame ourselves in front of our enemy and flee.
I'm not saying we should run outright. I merely propose we should find a more easily supplied location.
That statement itself reeks of cowardice! Where's your fighting spirit? Or do you intend to controvert the Mikado's will?
Munichika, who'd maintained a conversational tone up to this point, abruptly stands up. I cannot abide such slander. You will retract those words, sir. Fucking kill him! Kill him right now! Please!
Have I hit a sore spot? To be sure, I'm astounded so disloyal a woman was made one of the Pillar Generals!
Dekapompo, watch yourself.
What? The gall! You would address me by name alone? General you may be, but a base-born rat hardly compares to one such as me! You allowed your ego to...
Be silent.
You dare!
Munichika glares at Dekapompo, her eyes full of cold fire, while he glares back in a furious sweat. This isn't good. Munichika's hard to rile, but I can tell invoking the Mikado filled her with rage. The tension continues to escalate, right to the edge of swords being drawn. Then a low voice speaks. Please, generals, we need you to compose yourselves. The voice of reason!
You dare give me commands? You're not but Raiko's flunky!
I apologize. I mean not to offend, Lord Dekapompo, but such words are unbefitting of a man of your station. I would very much like to see you return to the kind, understanding Lord Dekapompo I know you to be. Oh, that is such... Nah, Dekapompo's an ass regardless. This guy is kissing some ass right now to get the situation under control. Your brave, courageous demeanor never fails to enkindle a flame in my heart. Dekapompo's mood softens as the words of empty flattery fill his ears.
Yeah? Well, I suppose my behavior has been somewhat juvenile, most uncharacteristic.
That's pretty good. Raiko's attendant weaves words of flattery for Dekapompo all but effortlessly. Thank you, my lord. I knew your understanding heart would forgive me for my impertinence. I always knew you were a man of noble mind and soul alike.
Yes, well, I am one of noble birth after all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, real statement would have been that Munichika was the one that was chosen. Yeah, Dekapompo was born into it. Fucking Nepo baby Dekapompo. Dekapompo's foul mood immediately dissipates with his praise. I doubt he even remembers why he was upset. And then Raiko, silent until this point, goes and ruins it all in one sentence. Raiko, no! I expect this swine to make a habit of unpleasant displays. You disappoint me, Munichika. What? Okay, the only thing that will redeem Raiko right now after saying that shit is like Raiko wanted Muruchika to kill Dekapompo. Because like I do too. I need this man dead yesterday. My apologies if I caused you discomfort. I forgot myself. Muruchika nods in apology. She apologized and admitted wrong in Dekapompo's stead. So all he can do is remain silent. With his reproach of Muruchika done, Raiko turns on Dekapompo. Dekapompo, mine is the duty of watching over you. This is code for cleaning up after your messes. I do not wish to oppose your every action. Such is a waste of time, for now. Should it come to that, I will invoke my office as marshal and assume control of this campaign. I will not brook whining, nor complaints. Return to Yamato and tell them to our liege if you wish. But truly I doubt you are so dim-witted as not to realize that your presence here is an act of mercy. Your folly in Uzrusha, you do well not to forget it. Repeating that mistake will see you replaced. My soldiers were unused to the Uzrushan terrain. There is no other explanation for my defeat. Oh, you make it sound as though your victory this time is certain. Presume you have a plan prepared. Of course, a splendid plan. You best brace yourself, for my plan is astoundingly elegant. We gracefully maneuver around our enemy, use their weakness, and adapt until the fortress is ours. A splendid idea! Brilliant in its simplicity and elegance. I, Bokonante, stand in awe! How in the world is that a plan? Even worse, he seems dead serious about it. Muruchika, you will lead the offensive! I am a Mononofu. It is my sworn duty to cross blades with our enemy. That being said, mine are abilities best suited to defense. Don't you wish to reconsider? That is precisely why! A defender of fortresses should know how best to dismantle one's fortifications! I will bring up the rear. Rest easy knowing I'm protecting your supply lines. Oh, he's fucking dumb as hell. Dekapompo is fucking beyond reproach. Like, he is a piece of shit. Dekapompo's mouth curls into a smug, self-satisfied grin. I need to see this man dead. Benoe, pull through. Fuck up Yamato at least once. Enough to kill this man. You'll be doing the entire civilization a favor. We must all play our roles in this war. After all, will you accept yours? Really? Oh, hold a moment. Were we to give Lady Muruchika's proposition its due, mayhaps? Imbecile! You dare suggest that we put any stock in this tactical retreat nonsense? We need no retreat, no trickery. All we need to do is crush these barbarians in a frontal assault. Just so. If their army is truly as lightly equipped as you say, their defensive capability is paper thin. So, does that plan suit you? Very well. If this course enthuses you so, do as you will. Merely remember what I said. Yeah, as long as I win in the end. I know. I can tell you disagree, Muruchika, but you have your orders. Fulfill them. Understood. Damn, we were kind of useless in there. I must apologize. I asked you to accompany me, but you must be tired from your travels. Muruchika in like an alternate universe, I'm getting like overworked office lady vibe. I don't really mind, but why did I need to be at that meeting in the first place? One reason is that I wish you to fully grasp our circumstances. Even now, we generals are divided. I need like a Utawarerumono, like office place alternate universe. Of course, Decopompo would have to be like, I don't know, some sort of like middle manager. Kinda gathered. Raiko doesn't seem too happy about having to babysit Decopompo.
The other reason, I was rather hoping you might be able to devise a plan of action for us.
Well, I'm honored that you think so highly of me, but
Dispense with the modesty. Lord Oshito himself praises your capacity for forethought. As you've likely gathered, Lord Decopompo has become blinded by his reliance on sheer numbers. The added pressure of his previous failures has him agitated. In his mind, defeat is not an option. And so he remains adamant that we hold this position and fight on, only whittling down our numbers. Should this stalemate continue, it will force Lord Raiko's hand. He mentioned that should he take action, it would be to assert total control by invoking his office. In his capacity as marshal, the ramifications of any strategy he employs would be forgiven.
any strategy?
I fear it is as it sounds.
As Munechika's voice adopts a heavy, somber tone, a chill rolls down my spine. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen Raiko's battlefield style firsthand. So that's that, I assume.
Lord Raiko views soldiers as pawns upon a board. To him, war is a game of numbers, cold, mathematical, and little else.
Yeah, we talking about not seeing soldiers as people type beat. He will let people die if it means a victory. As like pyrrhic as it might be.
I do not mean to question his efficacy, only he is not swayed by such petty things as emotion. Under his banner, I fear the losses on both sides of the war would be too dire to recover from. Not simply soldiers on the field, civilians too. If he has his way, all of them, corpses to tread over. Think it naive if you must, but I will act against the coming of such an end any way I can.
See now, Oshiro did tell me to help Munechika however I could, and I'd really like to, but it's not like a magic solution to the problem that's just gonna pop into my head. Kill Decopompo. Kill Decopompo, kill Raiko. We run it down with Munechika only. A little bit of poison, let's get it. Haku, I need you to lock the fuck in and kill some pillars. Sounds like she's got some kind of animal caged up in here. Just pretend not to hear it. They're starving her too? They haven't given her a lunch break? Man.
Tuskuru's insect life makes such bizarre sounds.
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone. Gutsy to try and cover it up with a sound that loud though.
He can be rather mean-spirited at times, you know.
Cute. Have you eaten anything today? Yeah, they haven't had supplies in a while, yeah. Feed them poison! We can do it! They're hungry enough! We must kill Decopompo and Raiko!
I have thoughts on that.
Something about the way she said that feels off. Munechika, you haven't been eating at all, have you? If she's feeding her soldiers over herself, like... Nah, Munechika's really the one. Thought she was looking pale, sickly even. Why haven't you eaten yet? We brought enough provisions for everyone, I thought.
Yes, and I thank you deeply for them. But they will not last forever. We must conserve supplies wherever and however possible.
Doesn't mean you should sacrifice your own health. That's just counterproductive. Besides, if the soldiers see their general like this, it's only gonna hurt morale.
I know. I understand how foolish it must seem.
I know how you feel, but we can't have the general stumbling around weak and hungry like this.
You're right. You're undoubtedly right, but...
I mean, I get where she's coming from, but if the stalemate keeps up, even the new supplies will drain. In other words, Munechika thinks conquering Tuskud is going to be a long, hard campaign. It is. Which means we need to prioritize securing our supply lines for the future. It's worse than I thought. Fighting in a land where the enemy has complete control of the roads must be hitting you hard.
It was carelessness on our part. No matter how many resupply missions are mounted, they are taken before they reach us.
Stolen, huh? It's probably easier said than done that we should just steal the provisions back again. The back of the fortress is a sheer drop. That means the only angle of attack is the front, where all their defenses will be focused. They'd hardly just let us waltz in, which means attacking the fortress head-on is a pointless endeavor. Unless... let's commit some war crimes. What if, just hear me out, what if the Tuskhood is stealing their supplies for our use, right? If they're stealing their supplies for their use, like they're living off of our rations and everything, let's do a little bit of a biological warfare, you know? Just slip in a little bit of disease into those carts. Ururu, Sanana, you there?
By your side. Speak and we shall listen.
I'm gonna go have a look at this fortress. Tell the others to...
We will escort you. We remain forever by your side, our master.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Whatever.
You're going. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Besides, it's not like I can do anything before I scope this place out.
I await good news then.
We'll fake them out. Get some fake rations, put some like disease, some poison, a little bit of fun, mask it. They're probably just like burning it all. So I'm here for recon and all. Why the hell are you all here? Well, it's not like there's anything better to do back at camp.
Yeah, this is way more fun than anything back there. Reconnaissance and infiltration of secure places is what I do. Why didn't you call on me for this? I'm hardly about to let you do something this dangerous alone, Haku.
I was just planning on checking out the area. Don't worry so much.
So what kind of sightseeing did we come here to do?
Sightseeing? We're not here for leisure. We're scouting out the Tuskhood Fortress defenses. I want to see if we might be able to steal back those pillaged supplies. From what I've heard, the defenses are rock solid, but I wanted to see firsthand if there might be a gap.
Take back the stolen supplies.
If we can, that is. Guess it can't be helped. If you all plan on following me, let's go around back. Damn, that's tall. According to scout reports, atop this cliff is the warehouse they keep the supplies in.
Not only is the cliff tall, but it's extremely steep too. Imagine the effort that must have gone into building a stronghold in a place like this.
Any sign of enemies?
Searching. We cannot sense enemy movements in the immediate area.
I don't see anything, nor do I sense any presence around here. They don't guard this area heavily then. Well, if I were them, I wouldn't exactly expect that enemy force to charge up the cliff face. Okay, would you be able to climb this? Let's see. There aren't a great many handholds, and the angles get steeper and steeper. I never say never, but I'd rather not try. I see.
To be honest, it'd be close to impossible unless you could fly.
Fly, huh?
Hey Neko, do you know any way to fly? Please, beyond defying all logic and sprouting wings, none of us are able to fly anytime soon. Really? But wasn't Kuwan's sister flying about in the sky that one time? If she can fly, maybe we ought to strap wings to our arms and flap until we can fly. That's,
Nekane looks troubled for a moment until Nosore steps in to answer the question in her stead. Yo, what if we, like, wingsuit in?
That would be impossible. You may gain some airtime, but not lift. You'd crash right into the ground.
Not if we, like, set a fire to the forest. Fire raises wind, right? If we light the fucking forest on fire, we could get some airtime.
Oh, you're pretty knowledgeable, aren't you, Nosori? I don't mean to brag, but of course. But yes, I am. A good woman has knowledge of all kinds.
Yes, well, she also has first-hand experience. I remember when she fell out of a tree trying it.
Astounding. I would never have thought someone would attempt that in reality.
Figured as much. Surprised he managed to get airtime trying it, though.
And how did Kuwan's sister fly with such thin wings? My sister and others of Onkama Yamaru possess mastery over certain powers. She was flying by other means. Besides, from what I can tell, it's more like floating or gliding than actual flight.
So, now that I think back on it, she was sort of hanging in the air. Like a balloon or something.
Hot air balloon.
A balloon.
Aku.
That's it. How are we gonna get the materials to make that, though?
What's the matter?
If we can use a balloon to get up there, no. A regular one is too small. We need a hot air balloon. We wouldn't even need to be able to move laterally, as long as I can build one to go up and down. It's just an armchair theory, though. I mean, what would I even do for materials? Where would I find something even remotely appropriate? It needed with light, sturdy, airtight. Everyone watches me suspiciously as I go on muttering. Kuwan, meanwhile, seems to find something.
Oh, look what I found.
Kuwan wanders over to a bizarrely large flower, digging at the dirt beneath it. Oh?
Is that a flower somehow? Or is it even a flower? It's got an odd scent.
Oh yes, they call this the hot air balloon flower. Nobody knows why.
Could that be Yanmororo? The roots are edible. If you prepare them right, it could help the food shortage. Help me, Nekone? Of course.
As the rest of us watch on, Kuwan and Nekone dig out a large plump bulb, easily as big as their hands.
Ah, so that's the edible part.
How does it taste?
I'd say it doesn't really have a taste. It's bland, but it should keep you full for a while. I see. Pretty big, huh? Right, to imagine something like this has no taste. May I hold it? Oh, be careful when you handle a Yamamoto bowl. Yes, it's poisonous and cooked. Keep it out of your eyes, and never eat it raw. Poisonous? Are you sure we can eat this? These? It's completely safe as long as you observe proper procedure. There seems to be a lot of them around, so do me a favor and dig up any you come across. Something wrong, Haku? If you could help dig, I'd appreciate it.
Judging by the shape, the texture, could this be cognac?
Cognac?
I've never heard of that. What is that? This is gonna be something real, right? Since it's Haku saying it. Amorphophallus cognac? A root vegetable that grows in parts of Asia. Oh. I have never seen this before. We can make a hot air balloon out of this probably, huh? Cognac, hot air balloon. That's it. I've got it. It'll be a risky proposition, but with some luck.
Haku?
Cool. I know how we're going to get to the storage warehouse.
Are you certain?
How do you plan on surpassing the cliff? I hardly imagine you intend on making a frontal assault. No, this isn't that reckless. I mean, yes, okay, it is reckless, but it's not stupid reckless. More importantly, Kuwan, what are you gonna do? You can pretend you didn't hear anything, you know?
Haku.
Still have time. Think carefully before you give me an answer. We quickly dig up as many of the Yanmororo bulbs as we can. Then go back to camp to make preparations. Ouch. Nekone gives a surprised yelp as she accidentally pricks her fingers with the sewing needle.
Are you okay?
Next section is another battle. Whoa. You know what? If the next section is another battle, we might call it short. Because there's probably not going to be another battle after this one for a minute, huh? We'll figure it out.
I am alright. Merely a small poke. Oh, you're bleeding. Here, let me...
One takes Nekone's hand in hers, then sucks on the injured finger. What?
Your sister, you don't have to... It's fine.
Those two are getting along as ever.
Haku, your hands aren't moving.
Oh, right, sorry. Everyone's in on the knitting circle? Jackdaw, Kiryu, and I all great Yanmomo... I can't read this word. Jackdaw, Kiryu, and I all great Yanmorodo, while Kuan's group sews pieces of cloth together. I would cut it short after this bit so you can level up. Okay, that's smart. All the extra scraps of cloth I'd gathered from camp will ultimately form a single enormous sheet. With Munichika's help, I was able to obtain permission to gather all the cloth I needed. Itatia and the twins seem to be decent hands at sewing, so that part's going smoothly. While I watch Nekone and Noosuri stab themselves with their needles for the upteenth time. Well, with Itatia overseeing the sewing though, I'm not too worried. I didn't expect you two to be this good with needles and thread, honestly.
Well, that's just rude, I think. Sewing is a key skill for the solo traveler. Your clothes go through a lot when you're on the go.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Of course, it's not just mending that I have a knack for. I can make stuff too, like these clothes I have on.
You should learn how to sew. Learning how to sew would be pretty neat.
I can make some new clothes for you later, if you like.
Clothes for me?
Yeah, you don't seem like you're terribly big on fashion. You wear the same thing every day.
Well, if you're offering, I'm not gonna refuse. She said Haku don't got the drip!
Clothes? Your master. Do you desire new clothes, master?
Suddenly, several of the girls in the sewing circle approach me, needle still in hand. That's not the most important thing right now. Let's build this balloon, y'all.
I will fashion some. I will also set about making new garments for you. I'll make some too, if we have any leftover cloth.
Well, I'd prefer if you didn't actually.
You don't want them?
No, it's not that I don't want clothes made by you.
Even if no cloth remains, I would do as commanded. If you wish it, we can disassemble our own clothes and fashion you a new wardrobe from the pieces.
Don't take your clothes off here, please. Or at all. We'll talk about this later. In a bid to change the subject, I turned abruptly to Atuy. So, Atuy, you're pretty good at this too, huh?
My reason's pretty similar to Kuan's. Living on a ship, you learn to repair canvases and nets. Most of Papa's clothes are things I made for him, actually.
Oh, you made those? Oh, he was wearing some pretty good clothes, no?
Maybe I'll do the same for you, love.
I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about all this.
How go the preparations?
I turned into the source of the new voice to find Munichika. It's going so-so, I guess.
You speak the truth when you say this contrivance will float in the air.
Munichika looks over the giant stitched-together sheet of cloth the girls are working on.
Yes, I admit to never encountering this particular technique, but the governing principles are sound. Has nobody pointed out yet that it's gonna hurt if we fall? There'll be broken arms at least. If we fall from that cliff, I think they're gonna be more like broken everything. It's Atuy, please don't joke.
Don't worry about it. We pulled off more ridiculous schemes than this. It'll be a walk in the park.
You are the king of ridiculous schemes, Haku. Even if you're a layabout and a lazy bum.
A screenshot from Nekone.
This hot air balloon seems quite plausible. I know of a small-scale proof of concept using paper, but never a full-scale application. No material would work, but cloth rubbed with Yamorodo could do it.
The Yamorodo is gonna make it more fire resistant, I see.
The airtightness lent by the Yamorodo's fiber is a sound principle. I never considered it.
Well, sometimes you just need to think a little outside the box. The group turns to me with no small amount of awe in their eyes. What I'd like to say, but I'm pretty sure I just got lucky on this one. But I have to keep the aura of confidence rolling if this crazy plan is gonna work. Exaggeration is the word of the day.
I'm still not certain I fully grasp the details, but we will support you however we can.
This will sound weird coming from the guy who came up with it, but I'm surprised you agreed to this insane idea.
Lord Oshito trusts you, and so do I. Perhaps it sounds odd, but you give me hope, Lord Haku.
I'm not sure I've done anything to deserve this much of your trust.
But you have. The princess is smiling.
The princess, huh?
You heard me. It's no easy feat to make her highness smile so. As of late, however, she often smiles so broadly that it infects those around her. Ever since you came, I sense a kind of greatness in you for that. As such, you have my implicit trust.
I'm not sure I quite get it. Right. Well, we'll do our best to pull this off. Just don't get your hopes too high. It makes pressure.
I don't think anyone's ever said something like that to me. Thank you for your time.
Well, as long as you all may have heard, certain people are putting their trust in us. Let's get this done.
I remain surprised that you managed to find this much scrap cloth. Yes, Sir Haku and Sir Ogi went all over camp gathering it. Even so, it's not abundantly clean either.
Is it like made out of fucking washcloths?
There's something off about how it smells too.
Really? I made sure to wash it all beforehand. Shouldn't be that bad.
Wash? You mean they were even dirtier before? Did you pick these up off the ground or something?
Oh, come on. You'll hurt the feelings of the people who kindly donated these to us.
Beg pardon?
A little more careful with them. These are loincloths, the loincloths of every soldier in the army. Oh, so I guess some of these guys just smell fucking rank. Okay. One and the others immediately drop the needles in their hands. Oh, and all of us guys donated a few extra too.
Hey, Haku.
Yeah? One smiles at me sweetly, then in an eye blink wraps her tail around my head tightly. Oh, wait, hold on. Yo, where else were we gonna get this cloth?
Nope, no getting out of this one.
You are dead. Dark Souls font. You're not gonna be satisfied until my head looks like an hourglass, are you? I see that Kuon is trying to give Haku that Tyler 1 head dent.
Now be sure you're wearing these leather gloves. Don't touch this stuff with your bare hands.
We all pour the grated Yamamoto into buckets and begin to rub it like a paste into the loincloths. It's rote work and it takes ages. I'm bored half to death by the time Atuy breaks the monotony.
Hey, you said this stuff is edible and all, right? Should we be using this much of it considering... you shouldn't eat it raw, remember? I thought you'd say something like that, so I prepared some Yanmororo to eat. Shall we take a break? That's my Kuon. So considerate.
Kuon steps away from pasting the ground Yanmororo onto the cloth to carefully set out dishes. She produces a cutting board, a knife from somewhere, and carefully unwraps a package. Hold on. I will get this. Yanmododo. Yanmododo. It's not a hard word.
This ought to do, I suppose.
One fishes a gray, jelly-like lump from the package as she speaks.
Is this... It feels very springy. This is like doo-doo. Oh, I think I know what this is. It's nyaku nyaku, right? I've never actually seen it.
Oh, wait, a new dish for the cookbook? We know what it is in real life, and now we're creating something different here? Nyaku nyaku?
I have read of nyaku nyaku, a traditional health food through the ages, if I recall. How exactly are you supposed to eat it?
First you slice it into thin strips. One takes the knife and cuts into the lump, apparently made of Yanmororo, liquefied and then reconstituted. Did I grab that? I didn't grab that. There we go. Alright, let's have a taste.
Oh.
Jackdot snatches several pieces with its chopsticks and pops them into his waiting mouth. I mean, they're probably not going to taste like anything, huh? Or they're going to be like hella bitter. Stuff.
The stuff?
Has no taste at all.
No taste? No way, it looks so much like Doruru. It's gotta be.
Well, it's got a funny texture if nothing else. Kinda squishy, feels like I'm eating a cloud.
Your sister, could you perhaps have mistaken the recipe? It's not supposed to have a flavor. That's how you know you did it right. Try it with sauce.
Oh, this is better.
But intriguing. The sauce is unfamiliar to me. Alright, what kind of sauce we talking about? We talking about like a soy sauce base? It's just common Tusco seasonings and vinegar. We all take some time to enjoy the Yanmororo dish. And with our break complete, we finish pasting on the Yanmororo. Now to let it dry for a day or so. That's all the preparations done. Nothing left to do but wait and see how it all turns out.
Well, off we go.
Are you sure you don't need any additional soldiers?
This is more of a heist than a military operation. More people will only attract undue attention. Besides, only so many people can fit in the balloon. And we're used to these kinds of jobs, and moreover.
I understand. I will place a group of soldiers within sight of the gates to divert their sentries.
Thanks.
I look forward to hearing of your success.
I turn towards Kuon. He seems to be wearing a stiffer expression than usual. I guess I should ask, just in case. I take a moment to work up the resolve, then open my mouth to ask her directly. I'm gonna ask one last time, Kuon. Are you okay with this? We'll be fighting your countrymen. I understand you've seen this through so far because we're your friends. But Tuscud is your home. I don't want to make you kill your own kin. If we end up encountering someone you know,
I'm going with you. I'm worried about you all. That's my decision.
Kuon mutters quietly.
It's true that I'm from Tuscud, but I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing you're far away, risking your lives.
I see.
It's alright. All I need to do is incapacitate, not kill. I can go for their legs. I hope those two don't show up.
Those two! It's gotta be Kuro and Benawi. Unless she's talking about like running into Aruru and Kamyu, but I don't know. I think considering the position we're in, it'd be more likely she's talking about like the generals.
No, it's nothing.
Maybe the Theraiko scorched earth tactic is motivating her. She wants to keep casualties on both sides to a minimum to avoid approaching that. Maybe she plans on brokering negotiations? Alright, I understand. I really appreciate you coming with us.
Haku. Thank you.
Sure. Kuon finally smiles, then moves to where Munichika is standing.
Miss Munichika, I need to ask you something. Lady Kuon, have you seen an enemy commander riding a white steed? And another man who seems to be his lieutenant?
Absolutely!
Yes, I have clapped eyes on the pair of them. They seem to be a cut above most other Tuscud warriors.
Oh, we know they are.
Please, don't fight them. Either of them.
That's big bros!
I apologize, Lady Kuon, but one's personal feelings have no place in war. I cannot keep that promise. Please.
Kuon looks at her with pleading eyes for a long moment. Munichika finally seems to relent.
I should do my best. If we cross blades, I will prioritize securing a surrender. That is all I can do. Thank you. Shall we be off then? We have a big load to carry, and we need to be at our destination before noon.
Yeah. Didn't expect Kuon to say something like that. She knows those two? Of course she knows those two!
Form ranks. We depart as soon as Lord Haku's contingent does.
Yes, lead the charge. I leave it to you. I shall see to our most impregnable defense. Kill this man. Kill this man right now. Lady Munichika.
Let us move. And so they go.
It seems the swine seeks to make more hindrance than help of himself to Munichika.
And you're alright with that?
Should I not be? It hardly demands my interference. The filth is exceptionally crafty in matters of subterfuge. He would be a fine general if he desired. But instead he seeks to tighten the noose around his own neck. What folly. Craft brings nothing home, is a phrase applicable to fools such as he. He satisfies his immediate desires at the exclusion of all else. Even children know not to indulge so. But Munechika, in all her naivete, may have only made the situation worse.
Lady Munechika? I wouldn't think her so oblivious as to fall for a trap laid by a man like him. But Raiko?
And keep watching. We may yet see something interesting come of this war. And it more. You need the hot air to fill the cloth up.
We've got it!
You may leave it in our hands. We returned to the bottom of the cliff where we immediately lit a fire beneath the balloon. Would you look at that? It's really filling out.
Wow! Amazing. It really is floating. Indeed. It seems my sacrifice for falling headfirst into the ground was no waste after all. Huh?
These look like they're coming along much better than I'd hoped, but I look over to the twins. Don't push yourselves too hard.
We are fine. The barrier is... No, pay no mind. This is no problem.
The two of them have been using their power to stoke the flame enough to make the balloon float.
Do you think this will be enough? I would never have imagined this to work. As a theory, perhaps, but in reality...
No, we need more. To the skies. Loincloth Force 1. Onward. They're gonna throw us off. Why are you all kicking me?
Why don't you look deep inside your heart and ask yourself that?
I don't think my heart's gonna tell me anything.
You never change, do you, Haku?
Seems the attack on the fortress has begun. Ogi, how does it look? Lady Munechika never ceases to amaze. She's quite handily drawn off the enemy. Alright. Everyone go when I give the signal. You ready, Kuon?
Whenever you are.
Good. She seems to be fine. Alright, untie the ropes. You got it!
We ascend. We have achieved enough lift to take off, Master.
With a thunk and a shake, the basket holding us begins to arise. I'll bet they were never expecting us to fly up the cliff. Can't wait to see their faces. We just get shot down. Yo, these guys had some pretty colorful loincloths. And that is a big-ass basket. Well, come on. She needs to be certain. She's just getting in and out. We're going quick. Looks like she's trying to knock them out to incapacitate them. If we do end up encountering more, we're gonna try our best to fight non-lethally. No casualties.
Understood.
You are, of course, aware that we are fighting a war. Are you quite sure we won't retract that order? I won't.
So be it. That shouldn't be so hard.
Sure, why not? Orders are orders. I just do what you tell me, boss.
I'm not allowed to kill anyone?
That's right. Do your best to incapacitate without killing. I see. Very well. Go on. I know you're anxious about all this, but you need to stop rushing in by yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We're gonna do our best not to kill any of the Tuscar soldiers, so relax a little, okay?
What are you... That's not what I... Haku, did you think I was worried because...
It's the enemy! Sound the alarm! Huh? Shit! It's the enemy! They're over here! This isn't good. We need to clean this mess up before they call reinforcements. Oh damn! What a cliffhanger to leave off on if we're stopping here. And I guess it ends if Kuon is defeated. Haku can die. Then die! Yeah, check the levels. Yeah, we're probably gonna really need it at this point. Okay, I mean, it's the same as the last, but we kind of fought for our lives last fight. And it's probably only gonna get harder. I think if at minimum we can manage to get all of our starters at like 20 minimum, we'll be in an okay place. Yeah, and then look at the flag. Oh. Prevents knockback effects. But I mean, that's just a fixed place. I imagine flag must mean it like spawns more enemies endlessly or something. I would have to imagine, or like provides like an aura buff. That could be pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of really strong enemies here, so probably a great time to call it. We're finally gonna make good on that whole like sit down and grind Arceolus. Which is good too, because I've been looking for a another game to grind since I'm kind of only really playing Assassin's Creed 3. And we've kind of hit our wall as far as the grind is concerned in Yakuza and Trails. So it'll be nice to have like another game to just kind of like mindlessly get into fights in. But yeah, that being said, that's gonna do it for me today. For everyone who stopped by, for everyone who stuck around, thank you so much. Apologies for this stream being a little shorter than usual. But yeah, if we don't do it now, I guess we're probably gonna have a hard time finding a good spot next time. We're doing we're paying for it now, so we don't have to pay for it later. Anyways, GG's, thank you, happy Sunday. Next week, we will be way more consistent. I'm gonna put out my schedule. I'm actually, all right, on my life, I'm gonna work on my schedule, like literally right as soon as I end stream. And I'm gonna have that up before I go to bed. Guaranteed. I promise. Yeah, that being said though, thank you. Until next time. Peace.